Stories have a way of changing and impacting people's lives, and that is why I will advise you to have your own story bank. Hi, my name is Mercy, and I share tips and tricks on how to tell good story. And today I will be talking about what a story bank is and why it is important for you to have one. So before I tell you what a story bank is, we all know what a bank is first of all, right? A bank is a place where you can store your money for future purposes so that whenever you need them, you just go there and collect it. A story bank is basically a place where you store your stories. Now, it's not all experiences that you have that you store. Just like it's not every money that comes into your hand that you basically go and save in a bank. No, you basically save large amounts of money, or if you're doing like a personal saving, you save a specific amount of money there. Same thing too with the story bank. It's not really every story that you put in your story bank, it's basically stories that impact you. So, like I've said, the story bank is a place where you store your stories for future purposes. One thing you should know is that a story has the power to change people. Then imagine having like an experience that impacted you so much, but you can't remember it. And then a situation comes where you have to talk about an experience and then you can't really remember that story. How do you think you would be able to pass a message to people? People relate so much to story. I've said it so much because it comes with some kind of emotional attachment. People relate to stories so well. So one of the importance of having a story bank is that for future purposes, in areas or for things that you are preparing for, and you have a story that impacted you, you can always chip in that story to make your point more understandable for people. Sometimes the stories that you put in your story bank does not actually have to be something that you experience personally. It can be something that somebody experienced and the person told you about it, but there was an impact. There was something, there was a changing moment for you when that person told you that story. And you feel that if you share the same story to other people, people will also benefit from it. It's good that you have a place where you can keep other stories. Now, having a story bank doesn't basically mean that you need to go and open it somewhere. No, a very easy way to have your story bank is basically by using your phone in your notepad or something like that. You just have a particular title called story bank. It's that simple. And that particular page or folder, you whenever something impacts you so much, you just put it in there just for reference purposes. Initially, I told you that it is not all stories that you put in your story bank. Every story that you should put there should be something that impacts you, something impactful. And the content of those story should have a what, where, when, how, and why. What I mean is, for example, what happened? Where did it happen? When did it happen? How did it happen? And why did it happen? Now, these five components should be able to have so much impact in you that you feel that you can be able to share this thing, or somebody told you a story or an experience, and you've out of that experience person has given you, you were able to pick out these five components. Now, things like this, stories like that are stories that are supposed to be in your story bank, so that when a situation arises, for instance, you can be able to refer back to that kind of story. Like, for example, let's say a somebody lost his job, right? There is a reason why he lost his job. Why did he lose his job? When did he lose his job? How did he lose his job? What made him to lose the job? Questions, things that will keep people curious. Those are the kind of stories that should be in your story bank. And obviously, anything job interview is related to business. So let's say you're talking about a business model, or you're talking about something related to business. You would see that if you want to chip in a story, you can easily use an example of someone that's lost his job, or an example of someone that had a good or got a good job opportunity. Things like that that people would like. And remember that anybody that is saying something to you, like a public speaker or someone talking about their business or their brand, and the person is not really able to chip in stories, you will find it boring. You will not want to stay, like you wouldn't want to listen to that person. But when that person has brought in some kind of stories that you can relate to, stories that has the power to change you, stories that has the power to be informative and educative. You would want to listen to that person. So the importance of having that story bank, or a story bank, like I said, is for future references, is for situations where you would need the stories so that you can be able to change somebody's life. So I hope you've learned, or you've known what a story bank is and why it is important. And I really hope that you would have, or you would start keeping one. So thanks for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I will see you in my next video. Bye.